Something I'm very seriously thinking about is starting to actually write down some of the fan fiction I've been coming up with in my head, which is a lot. Um, I've come up with some for Stargate SG-1, Smallville, Merlin, MASH, Gilmore Girls, Doctor Who, a little bit of MacGyver, but not much. Lab Rats, thanks to my kids, but Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, a little bit of Lord of the Rings, and even the new Star Trek movies that they have. I'm sure there's others, but I don't remember them right now. In most of these, it's me basing a character off of myself that would fit into that world. And I imagine how that would affect the ongoing story. My character generally has a certain set of abilities, depending on the world and how those abilities would fit in that world. She can typically pick up on the emotions of those around her. If they are feeling sad, she would feel it herself. But she has learned to distance herself from those emotions and only really react strongly to those of like severe pain or fear, something that would seem to be part of an emergency. She also has a sense of fate, even has visions of the future, and a sense of the person's path. If she will pass this person's path again, if that person is going to be especially linked to them in some way, that kind of thing. Her instincts also tell her when she's missing a piece of a puzzle in a situation. If they're trying to figure something out, she can generally tell if they're missing something. She can't always tell what that piece is, but she can tell if there's a piece missing and maybe point out a possible place they might be able to find it. Healing is also a common ability I get. Telekinesis and limited telepathy are also common, although I don't like the idea of reading other people's minds because it's invading people's privacy. In Doctor Who, while obviously he has the name Doctor that he chose, she arrogantly chose the name Oracle, but regretted it when that name actually seemed true, or seemed confirmed, and she actually seemed to have those abilities. In things like Lab Rats, where it's bionic humans and it's, present day modern world stuff, where that wouldn't necessarily fit in, or, be practical, like flat out healing or oracle bits. She would be given bionics, like the main kids. She would get a medical app with the database of all medical problems, symptoms, diagnostic abilities, and the ability to scan people for any of these problems, or the ability to recognize anything nearby that could help in these situations, first aid or whatever. But that's the general idea of how I put myself in these stories most of the time. And I think I might actually enjoy starting to write some of these instead of playing them out in my head as I'm watching the show, which would probably give my husband a break from me watching these shows over and over and over again. I'm sure he'd really like that. Yeah, I'm getting a break from that.